Little is known about the backup artists for the world's biggest bands. Their hopes and dreams are overshadowed by the acts they support. Now, those incredible singers are finally given the spotlight in 20 Feet from Stardom.
Hi, I'm Leah.
Hi, I'm Sasha.
And I'm Salim, and we're here to talk about the new music documentary, 20 Feet from Stardom. We've all just seen it.
And joining us to talk about this film is Sasha. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, thank you so much for having me. I also, like a lot of people here, studied at USC, critical studies, and now I work at NBC. I'm their critic, and my reviews go up on NBC.com.
As our guest, why don't you give us a little bit of the context of this film?
20 Feet from Stardom is a music documentary that follows the lives and the voices that you've heard for years, but you had no idea who they were. So we're actually getting to get to know the women who sang things like Give Me Shelter. You're getting to know people who ghost sang for Phil Spector, and you're getting a real idea of what goes on 20 feet from the lead singer, which is a very long walk, according to Bruce Springsteen at the start of the documentary, and not necessarily a walk for everyone.
I instantly had this feeling that these women were part of my family. They were like long-lost family members that you've never met, and you finally get to meet them.
A lot of the times, we don't understand how important backup singing is. We just think that these are the people that are behind the stars, that are waiting for their chance to become celebrities, but a lot of the times, that's not the case.
Right.
But I think what was really interesting are the cautionary tales, the women who did want to be known, who wanted to be the next Aretha Franklin and possibly could have been.
Right.
But it's so much, like Sting says in the documentary, it's about luck, it's about fate, circumstance, and you never really know. And I love that you were able to see the struggle, but also the beauty and the grace of being able to sit back and say, what I love is music. I don't have to be the person in the front.
Right.
I just want to make really nice noises.
But what I loved about working with Joe is that he let us be ourselves. In England, they were like, go for it, give us all you have.
And there were people like Lisa Fischer and Tata Vega that were really clear about that.
No, I'm glad that you brought up Lisa Fischer especially, because she has the voice of an angel. And when you watch her on screen, she's almost like a prodigy of sorts.
I almost cried.
Yeah, no, I agree. I got goosebumps listening to her amazing voice. And your thought is, she can be as popular and as big as just about anybody. When you go to her house, she has records, you know,
her Grammys.
She has her Grammys that she has not even hanging up. She has them on the floor, because that's not what it's about
She has them on a shelf tucked away in the back.
I love that.
That's just there. For me, it's about singing. It's about the art, especially with Tata Vega.
We've all really glommed onto Lisa because she had such an incredible voice. The one shot that has stuck with me for days in seeing it is when she sings a 4-part operatic harmony.
Yes.
And the way the filmmaker filmed it and brought her in, and the way you watch her, and she's so in her own world, and her hands were like doing Tai Chi movements to make her voice follow them. I thought that was so exceptional and such a great way to show the power that each of these women have. I want to see the other side. I want to see the reality of what it is to work in the music industry.
Yes.
And I love that this did not follow the cliches we've seen a million times.
Right.
And it also made you feel like you were part of it, because every song that came on, you would be like, I want to sing along. I want to sing along. I know that part. And since I've walked out, every song I hear, I'm like, oh, it's the Waters. Oh, it's Darlene Love. Sing it, girl. I love that.
And somebody would start singing something, or someone would start playing something, and everybody just...
It was also interesting to see the sexualization of the women.
Yes.
Going from very buttoned up,
Right.
sort of prim and proper. But now you've got Tina Turner, whose nipples I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
I saw.
I saw that.
And the background singers and posing for Playboy, and all of a sudden background singing becoming like this real fetishized thing. And one of the women said that she thinks back on one of her jobs and she's horrified because she was basically naked on stage.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's part of the show.
I think that Morgan Neville does a really good job at teasing us, though, with the title of the film and his premise, which is 20 Feet from Stardom. In terms of the way the film is constructed, I mean, we have a lot of archival footage, which is fantastic. We have these interviews, and then there are these like reality TV moments, and those moments for me don't work as well. Those moments just kind of don't resonate. They feel artificial.
The one problem that 20 Feet from Stardom has is it spreads itself very thin. You actually are following about half a dozen people's lives, and you get to see a version of it, but it doesn't dig quite deep enough for me to feel like I was really satisfied. And it was just so many characters, I almost couldn't follow
There was
it.
the woman with the curly hair and the glasses, and I was like,
Who
does
are
she
you?
sing
Yeah,
for? You know, so there might have been too many characters.
But I like that because they brought in their own information, their own trials and tribulations, and I think that was very important to be able to not just see specific artists that we kind of know and that are popular, but everybody else who is also trying to do their thing as well.
20 Feet from Stardom does what all great music should. It moves you, it sweeps you up, and it leaves behind this lovely, glowing ember of joy. I say see it.
20 Feet from Stardom is like visiting old friends whom you've never met. Hearing them lifts you up. See it.
This film is intriguing, heartfelt, and ultimately inspiring look at the lives of backup singers. Definite see it.
Cheers to the ladies.
To the ladies.
Does mine have my name on it?
It's got your name all over it, girl.
Support for Just Seen It comes from Acorn Media, distributors of Midsummer Murders, a hit detective series set in a quaint British village. Now on DVD. More information is available at acornonline.com/PTV.